Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Lauren and this is Intuitive Reading. Today we are going to do the American Girl book tag. So I am super excited to do this book tag. I was tagged by Kayden over at Chronicles of a Book Nerd, and I'm sorry I'm so late in getting this video out. I'm really behind on filming just because life is lifing and you know, all the things. But as Chrissie from Chrissie's Purple Library says, we're gonna go on in faith. So today we're going to do the American Girl book tag, and like I said, I'm super excited because American Girl was something I was super into as a kid. In the 90s, the American Girl books and dolls were huge. So I had a couple of the dolls and some of the books. I wasn't really as into reading the books at the time, which is kind of funny, but now that I'm older, I have gotten some of the books from, I think McKay's has them for really cheap. I think they're like $1.75. So if you are looking to purchase some of the American Girl books, go check out your McKay's if you have one in your area. I think the only American Girl book I have that was original is the Meet Samantha book. And I did have that doll, so it came with my doll when I actually got it. So the others I just purchased from a used bookstore. Anyway, we're going to start with the prompt, and I have picked some books to go with each prompt, obviously, and let's get started. So the first prompt is Kaya, a character who is active and adventurous. And for this, the first one that popped into my mind, the first character that popped into my mind was Katniss from the Hunger Games. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Katniss is very adventurous and active. If you know, you know. The second prompt is Felicity, a character who is energetic and equestrian. So for that one, I picked Crow Mary by Kathleen Grissom. Crow Mary, she is Native American and she grew up around horses, and horses are a part of her everyday life. And she loves riding horses, so she was an obvious choice for this one. And I mean, she is an energetic character as well. So if you haven't checked this book out, please check it out because it's so good. The next prompt is, I've heard this pronounced two different ways. So Josephina or Josephina. I've heard it pronounced both ways. So however you say it, a character with a big heart and big dreams. For this one, I chose Natalie from Living Hope by Mandy Blake. So Natalie is a big dreamer. She wants to be a chef. She's really into like culinary arts, and her big dream is to be a chef, but she really feels like it's out of her wheelhouse because she comes from very limited means. And she also has a huge heart because she takes care of her mother, who is like terminally ill. But this is such a good book. I'm currently reading this one, so I'm not actually done with it. But for this prompt, I immediately thought of Natalie from this book. The next prompt is Kirsten, a character who is strong and spirited. And for that one, I thought of Haya from Resistance by Jennifer A. Nielsen. So Haya is very strong. She has to deal with a lot, and she works for the resistance, so she has to be strong in a lot of situations. And she's also very spirited because she believes in what she's doing, and she's very passionate about helping people and doing as much as she can to fight back against the Nazis. So this was a pretty obvious choice for me. This is also a great book. Highly recommend. The next prompt is Addy, a character who is brave and brilliant. And the first character that came to my mind for this prompt is Marmee. This is by Sarah Miller. And if you know, you know. If you're a fan of Little Women, you already know that Marmee is such a strong character. And she's very brave. This is set during Civil War times, and her husband is off fighting in the war, and she has to be very brave because she is by herself at home raising 4 daughters, and she's brilliant in the ways that she survives and the things that she does to make sure that they are taken care of and provided for while her husband is off fighting in the war. And you just find so many aspects of her bravery in this book, and Marmee is just a superhero. Like, she is the epitome of brave and brilliant, I feel like, in my opinion. So this is also another great book. Please check this out. It's great. The next prompt is Samantha, a character who is compassionate and caring. And for this prompt, I chose Kisses from Katie. So this is about Katie, and she is a high school senior who goes on a mission trip to Uganda. And she just has so much compassion and for the orphans in Uganda, and she really wants to help them. And just to see how much compassion and caring she has for these orphans is just, it's such a good book. It's just so heartwarming. And so I had to pick her for compassion and caring because I immediately thought of her in this book when I read this prompt. The next prompt is Kit, a character who is clever and creative. And I picked The Kitchen Front by Jennifer Ryan. This has several characters in it, several main characters. You're following, I think it's 3 or 4 different main characters in this book who are very clever and creative because this is set during World War II, and this is on the home front where women and families are having to ration food, and they're having to do the best they can with what they have. And so the women have to be very creative in making meals for their family and using the ingredients that they can get that are available to create meals for their family and to provide for their family. So I feel like the characters in here just really show how clever and creative they are with, you know, the meals that they come up with and all the cooking. And they have to be clever and creative in where they get a lot of their ingredients, because a lot of them are not readily available, so they have to use other ingredients to substitute. And the last prompt is Molly, a character who is a schemer and a dreamer. And I picked A Million to One by Adiba Jagradar, and forgive me if that's incorrect the way I pronounced it, but this is about 4 girls who pretty much come up with the scheme of a heist on the Titanic, and they are scheming to basically steal this really expensive, valuable book. And so they come up with this elaborate scheme to steal it, and they have, you know, dreams of becoming rich. And so yeah, this I thought was a good pick. And the character Josephina, she is really the brains behind the operation. She's really the one who kind of comes up with the plan. And the other girls have talents that they use to kind of bring this scheme to fruition, I guess, if you will. So that's what I picked for this prompt. And that is all the prompts. So thank you for joining me. Let me know if you were a fan of American Girl, or if you still are. And let me know like who your favorite American Girl was. I'm currently reading the Molly series right now, all of Molly's books. I got a bind up from the library, which I will talk about in my end of month wrap up, but I'm really enjoying that so far. Like I said, I didn't really read any of the books growing up, so these are kind of all new for me, but I did love the dolls, and I did play with the dolls and everything. So, yeah, let me know if you were a fan of American Girl, if you still are, which books are your favorite, or which character is your favorite. And if you would like to do this tag, feel free to do it. I'm not going to tag anybody in particular, but if you need a video, please feel free to do this tag. Again, I was tagged by Kayden at Chronicles of a Book Nerd, and I will also link down below all the prompts and the creator of this tag, and all of the details will be in the description box below. Let me know what you're reading, and let me know your answers to these questions. If you don't feel like making a video, that's fine. Just let me know your answers down below, and I will talk to you later. Bye.